Good day, one and all. Welcome to the final game featured in Adventure Month. This is an animated novel. Therefore, Bryce Ashby will get his wish of hearing me read another story. I have chosen to play Cinders, which has a more modern take on the classic Cinderella story. So settle down as we listen to a tale of domestic violence, humiliation, and justice for all. Maybe. Let's start a new game and see what happens. I still can't believe I've been delaying this for so long, says Cinders. It makes me wonder. If I decided to act earlier, maybe things wouldn't be so broken between us. Maybe with just a little effort, this family wouldn't fall apart like this. But I suppose it was easier to complain and do nothing, rather than try to change things. Isn't it always? Tonight, it's different. This is the night of change. The night where my plans finally take effect. I can hear my stepsisters talking in soft voices in the hall. I imagine they, too, won't get any sleep tonight. During the last few days, I've learned so much more about them. But can it erase all the years they tormented and humiliated me? I don't know what to think about it. Ooh, we get a choice. People deserve a second chance, should get what they deserve. Let's be nice. People deserve a second chance. You can't erase the past, that's for sure. But I know that sometimes we don't choose our fates. Were circumstances different, my stepsisters could be good people. We could be friends. Whatever happens, I hope they won't come into harm. They deserve another chance. There they are. Meanwhile, in the hallway. I still can't believe she did it. I would never have suspected. Of course, because everyone is as dim-witted as you are and never does anything out of the ordinary or unexpected. Oh yes, I'm sure you were able to foresee what would happen. Did you see it in tea leaves or read it in a children's book one afternoon while avoiding work and being useless as usual? I did entertain the thought that she might do something like this, if you must know. But believe what you want, I don't care. I also suspected she might try to do something. She was so secretive and compliant at times that an explosion seemed inevitable. I just didn't expect she had it in her. Gloria, please. Sometimes you sound like a cliché villain from a bad romance novel. Of course, if something isn't twisted, weird, or shocking, then you won't consider it. Not everyone is like you, Sophia. I know not everyone is. You're not, though you try your best to be like Mother, always responding the same way regardless of the situation. Predictable, boring, and stupid. But you are not Carmoza, remember? You do not lead, you mindlessly follow, and it shows. Shut up, you.
Open up! Open up in the name of the prince!
It's him, why did he have to come and in the middle of the night? Well, the wonders never cease. I guess this night of change is not over yet. Just as your ridiculous cliché impersonations aren't done yet either. There's no time for this now, though I'm sure Mother will deal with you later. I'll go summon her. You do that.
Open up! I won't repeat myself!
Mother!
Sophia, don't stand like that. Open the door. let this noisy man in.
Yes, Mother.
Ah, Captain, what brings you here at this time of night?
Hello, look at him.
Spare me these false pleasantries. You know why I'm here. Where is she? Very well. Sophia, get Cinders here right away.
Yes, Mother.
Be quick about it, child. Captain, would you fancy some wine while we wait for my lazy stepdaughter? Don't push it. You know this is not a courtesy visit. I'm afraid a lot is going to change here tonight.
He's right. Nothing will ever be the same. Nothing. I must admit, I'm afraid of it too. Some independent woman I am. Cinders, Mother has summoned you. Move! No, she doesn't like to wait. Fine, fine, I'm moving. Just give me a moment. Make sure it's quick. Cinders, can I ask you something? Yes, Sophia? This whole situation, what happened this evening and the guard bashing at our door and all. It's because of you, right? You planned it. Ooh, Cinders should tell the truth, I think. Let's have Cinders tell the truth. Yes, I guess so. I definitely made it happen. Funny, it all started with my stepmother summoning me, just like now.
"7 days earlier."
What a beautiful morning. The last few days were all rain and gloom, but today is different. Today is summer in its fullest. It's so nice to see the sun again. It can get pretty cold in this room of mine. Although I don't feel so frisky right now, I could use more beauty sleep. I shouldn't have burned the midnight oil over a book last night. And a silly book too. Some adolescent girl, pretty and numb as a freshly cut flower, shows divine humility and courage while suffering oppression from her abusive family. Who writes these things? And do they really want young women to develop this martyr-like attitude? Well, we only need to look at the SJWs to see that that's exactly the attitude that they want. Funny though, if it's really that bad and makes me so angry, why did I read it in the first place? Maybe something in it really echoes a part of my own experience. I don't know. And I'm not going to spend the morning wondering about it. Of course, it isn't as if I'll get to enjoy the day either. Lady Carmosa will certainly make sure that I have to do the worst chores. The old hag could use any of her servants, but no, she always sends me. I get the feeling she simply wants to humiliate me. If only Father was still here. On a day like this, he would surely take me to the forest. We always went to the lake, the magical lake as he called it, and left a loaf of bread under the old tree.
Gotta pay tribute to the fairies. You never know when you may need their help.
Good old man. He used to tell me stories about the little folk, even when I was far too old to believe them anymore. I miss him so much. But enough daydreaming. Honestly, I talk to myself way too often these days. It's only a moment before I start considering mice and sparrows are my only friends, and we'll go frolicking and singing together. What a sight that would be! Luckily, I know better than that. I may get lonely sometimes, but I'm not empty-headed. Time to get up, Cinders. The day has only just started. and you never know what the future may bring. She looks pretty cool, doesn't she? Welcome to Cinders! I still have some time before my sisters wake up. I could start my cleaning duties to have more time later, or I could try to finish that book I was reading last night. Or I could seize this opportunity to do sweet nothing. Ha! It's not like I have time for myself very often. What should Cinders do? I think Cinders should read the book. Since my father's death, Carmoza and her daughters treat me as their servant. Cinders do the cleaning. Cinders go to town. Cinders, why isn't my dress washed yet? Ugh, I hate it so much. I'm sure today won't be any different. At least I still have my books to take me away from this. The book I read last night was pretty aggravating, but not all romances are like that. I have some favourites. My sisters took most of my other things, all the dresses and trinkets. But luckily for me, books hold no value for such practically minded young ladies. I must admit, though, I've read them all to death by now. Carmoza would never spend a penny on something so unpractical. So, I'm stuck with what Father got me. Mostly fairy tales and legends he gave me when I was a child. I don't really believe in knights in shining armour, or fairies anymore. But I would be lying if I said I don't enjoy reading about them. The one I'm reading now, yet again, is about the Lady of the Lake. Sorcery, romance, adventure. I bet that even 100 years it won't get old. Same thing as what I've read tonight, really, but good writing and characters can make all the difference. So, which chapter was it?
Cinders, are you there?
Cinders, where are you? Oh, I see you're reading again, not a big surprise. I'm sorry, but I have to drag you out of that little fantasy world of yours. Mother wishes to see you immediately. She wishes to see me? Did she tell you what she wants? No, of course not. Why would she? And why would I want to ask in the first place? She looked rather angry, though. That doesn't sound good. I hope I'm not in some kind of trouble again. You really could have asked her, you know. I think you mistook me for one of those gentle, well-mannered noble girls who care about others. Sorry to break it for you, but I don't. If you are in trouble, that means I get a free pass today, so I'm rooting for it with all my heart, sis. Sophia, lovely. My, aren't you one charming human being? Thank you. Now hurry up and let's go already. Oh, shut up. Ooh. I used to play in this hall as a child, but this building isn't much of a home anymore. Ever since my father passed away, it feels like this place is just an empty shell. Carmoza does her best to keep the residence in its former splendour, and I guess most would be fooled by it. But for me, this place feels like it's fading away.
Oh, so you didn't get lost after all.
I was starting to think that you couldn't find your way. But it seems you were just taking your precious time with no regard for the rest of us. You're as hopelessly irresponsible as that sister of mine. No wonder that Mother can't count on anyone other than me in this house. The delightful Gloria. Don't tell me you got caught up daydreaming about some prince coming to save you. No, did you? If you ask me, you should be the one dreaming of being rescued. It's obvious you hate your current life. Watch your tongue! You don't know what you're talking about. Don't I? When's the last time you were actually happy? It's very thoughtful of you to worry about me, but if I were you, I'd pay more attention to your situation. I don't want your pity. And before you get any more foolish ideas, I think you should know that Mother is calling for you. She says she has a special job for you. No doubt, something rudimentary enough for you to handle. So you were sent here to fetch me then? Mother entrusts me with important tasks. Don't mistake me for being on your level. You wait here, I'll let her know that you've finally rolled out of bed. Don't you ever get tired of all of this? Tired? What are you babbling about? You try so hard to be like Carmoza, you dress like her, you speak like her, and yet she still treats you as little more than a servant. I can't believe it. Did I really just get her to shut up? I was expecting an insult at the very least. The room feels empty again. Even Gloria's presence is better than nothing. Truthfully, I feel bad for her. I may be the servant around here, but her situation isn't that different from mine. Both Gloria and Sophia spend every waking moment doing Carmoza's bidding. Just because it's not scrubbing floors doesn't mean they're not servants too.
So, you're finally up, you lazy girl. Can't anyone in this house just do what is asked of them? I swear, you feeble-minded girls are going to be the death of me.
Lady Carmoza. I like her black and white stripy dress. That's very lady top hat.
Bah! You've wasted too much of my time already. I have a job for you. Go into town and find the merchant Tobias. I need you to pay him for a certain service.
Oh, yes.
I'm giving you 200 sovereigns exactly. Don't you dare lose them. I must be a fool to entrust you with this much money, but unfortunately I've no one else to send. I have better plans for those two useless daughters of mine. Now hurry up, child! Time is of the essence.
Carmoza has been speaking to me this whole time, alternating between insults and orders. Do I really have to silently accept this? What if I refuse? And what if I refuse? I don't have to do as you tell me.
No, of course not. You have no obligation to follow my orders at all. Just as I have no obligation to see you fed.
Look at the evil expression on her face! Cow!
There is no room in this household for a useless, lazy girl who doesn't know her place. If you don't work, then you won't eat. Come on, gal. You may be stupid, but you're not that stupid, are you? Any more questions? Good. Well, then hurry up and go.
Doesn't seem like I have much choice here. I suppose it could be worse. A trip to town isn't such a terrible thing. It's a beautiful day and a great excuse to get away from this house. I won't even get in trouble for leaving as quickly as I can. Besides, Tobias has always been nice to me, so I'll enjoy seeing him again. This could be a rather pleasant trip. Ooh, cool. Our residence, the forest, cemetery, town, oh look, to get to the town we have to pass through the forest. Uh-oh. Forest. Now what happens? I suppose I should be grateful. Even though Carmoza practically kicked me out of the house, it's better than staying there. It really is beautiful here, and it's a much-needed break from that toxic house. The lake that my father took me to as a child isn't far away too. I really miss our trips to the lake. It would be nice to visit again, if only for the sake of memories. I wonder if I have enough time. Carmoza did tell me to hurry after all. Go to the lake, go to town. I think we should go to the lake because we may not get another chance. Go to the lake. Carmoza will yell at me when I get back no matter what I do. It's impossible to please that woman. Well then, I suppose a trip to the lake wouldn't make a difference one way or the other. It's been so long since my last visit and I do miss it. I'll go. Oh, jolly super, isn't that lovely? I'm glad I chose to come. This place is just as beautiful as it was when Father used to take me here. As a child, I knew that this place was magical, but I've outgrown fairy tales now. Still, there's something to this place. It feels enchanted. Maybe it's because it hasn't changed a bit since I was a little brat. I remember that Father would always leave a gift for the fairies every time we visited. Maybe I should do the same. Leave a gift? Yes, leave a gift for the fairies. I wish I had brought something with me, but I don't really own anything that would make a proper gift anyway. Well, it's the intent behind the gift that matters more than the actual gift. As long as I'm honouring the fairies, they'll appreciate it. That's what Father would say. I guess he really was a big child deep inside. I think I'll weave a wreath out of some of the flowers here. I'm sure the fairies would appreciate it. It's coming along nicer than I expected. It's been such a long time since I did anything like this. It feels a little nostalgic. It's funny how when we grow up we start rejecting things we consider childish, only to return to them later with great joy. I think I'll leave this wreath under that old oak. That's where Father always left our gifts when we came. Oh, I've spent too long here already. I need to get into town. Okay. So, we have met Cinders. We've met her two stepsisters and her delightful stepmother. We've taken a little trip into the forest, and now we're free to head into the town. So I'll end this episode here, bid you a fond farewell, and a tally-ho!